What's going on, you guys? I just wanted to do a video of my Starkiller Base setup. And one of the things I'm doing here is I'm using my Deep Cut Studios mat here, and it's my Hoth mat basically, and just kind of showcasing how terrain can be modular. A lot of the stuff that I have done can work in either scenario. I've done got my river over here that I did in the Hoth terrain. I've got some Ninja Turtles kind of hanging out right next to that, and you know, they're all about the same size. I've got my Star Trek The Next Generation miniatures here, and they're all about the same size as Imperial Assault. I've got Worf here and some trees that are just hanging out. I've got Geordi LaForge over here, and Data and Riker kind of hanging out in a larger tree encampment. I've got two smaller tree encampments back here. I've got some walls. It can be like an outside for Starkiller Base. They're a little bit tall though. Here's a really cool one though. This is my newest piece. This is the Kylo Ren's TIE Silencer. I got this from the Disney store, only $19.99. Really good price for something as perfect size as this. It even comes with a little Kylo Ren who can stand up or sit down. He's got the bendable legs there. I've got him. He doesn't really stand too well. He's having a hard time. That's why Dr. Crusher is over here rushing, and so is Deanna Troy. They're going to give him some Federation-style attention, you know, and they probably ask him to remove his shirt. But you know, just like in the movie. The cool thing is this cockpit opens up, and you can actually put him in there. Of course, I don't think that's how you actually get in the ship. I think you'd probably get in through the hatch up there. But if you want to have him in there, that can work. And this is actually a really nice piece. Lots of detail on this thing. This is perfect for the scale. So I have it just landing right outside of Starkiller Base, and Kylo Ren's kind of sitting next to it. And I've got my crashed Upsilon right here, and this was one that I basically I got the model on clearance, and it's a pretty good size. It's not exactly perfect. In reality, it should be a little bit bigger, but it's close enough, especially with it being crashed, that I don't think it's going to really destroy a lot of the immersion, because it looks pretty good. In theory, the cockpit should be a little bit larger, so these minis could, you know, because the minis here would probably be about that big, where they're normally that big. So should be a little larger, but it looks really good as a set piece. It's also big enough that characters can kind of be placed on it, and they can go up to the top here, and they can fit on there. They slide a little bit at certain points, but it works as long as you're flexible. It definitely works here. So we've got the crashed Upsilon, and I'm not doing the full length of the mat. I didn't pull out my tabletopper here. I've got more pieces for the you know, these walls over here that I didn't install, very modular, but I'm not super happy about these. These were incredibly basic, and I'll probably end up doing something else with them. So I've got, you know, I've got these. If you wanted to have like a lookout, you know, you could put those up on there as well. And those were pretty fun to build. They were simple, pretty simple. I've done the trees videos already. Done all of that. The river was pretty fun, and that definitely works in with all of this, because that was one of the things I noticed as I was doing wintry terrain, is that the Hoth, a lot of this stuff didn't really work for Hoth. So a lot of, you know, the Starkiller Base, or the Upsilon didn't work for Hoth, Kylo Ren's TIE Silencer didn't work for Hoth, trees certainly didn't work for Hoth, and a river, while could in theory work for Hoth if you considered it a frozen river, was never really seen on Hoth. So all of this stuff, however, does work for other planets, because not every planet in the Star Wars galaxy is going to be, you know, completely frozen. There are going to be other planets that have ice. So I figured going with Hoth was a good starting point, but would give me a lot of ice stuff that I could do that would blend in with multiple other things. And like I did a lot of these. These were like just kind of throwaway pieces, these little snow drifts. I would have an extra little piece, and I would just paint it. And those were meant to be like light cover, maybe difficult terrain for somebody to pass over, but without being heavy cover. The idea is that you can just kind of duck down and hide behind some snow, but it wasn't heavy enough to be like a barricade. And I've got Kylo Ren sitting on one over here. And those are just like basically just little snow drifts that are, you know, real easy to just put wherever you want, and they work on any snow map. And a lot of these trees and stuff are going to work on almost any snow map. So if I wanted to do maybe Alderaan, you know, because Alderaan has like a lot of snowy mountains and stuff, and this all could work for that as well. Now, granted, Legion takes place in the Galactic Civil War time frame, so a lot of this stuff is not going to necessarily work for that. But if you're just keeping an open mind and you just want to do some fun stuff, I see nothing wrong with it. So let me know what you guys think. What do you think of Starkiller Base? Do you think it's better to just go with strictly canon planets, so like Endor, Tatooine, Hoth, or are you okay with, you know, honestly, I could do Crate. It would be mostly flat, it'd be awfully boring, but I could totally do Crate. And one of the reasons that I could totally do Crate is this thing right here is only $19.99. They also have those ski speeders. And those would I could get a couple of those. I mean, like, as the models, you know, normally go for like $40-50 or so, so I could get like 2 or 3 ski speeders and like crash 1 or 2 of them, maybe crash all 3 of them, and those would make really cool terrain pieces for Crate. So there's lots of different options. I would need trenches though. Crate really is crying out for trenches, so I'd have to come up with a way of taking a flat map and adding trenches to it. Maybe that'd be like a gradual thing, and then you know, trenches in there, but there's definitely options. So let me know what you guys think. I appreciate you watching. The next giveaway is still going on, so you still have time to enter that, and the only thing it takes to enter is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos, and that's for a $20 Cool Stuff gift card. So make sure you're entered in to win that by hitting the subscribe button and clicking the bell for alerts so you don't miss when we announce a winner. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.